What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, Monday morning. I'm back in the saddle and a green day to start the week. Almost $15,000 of profit trading energy stocks and biotech stocks. Our leading gapper in the entire market this morning was up over 200%. It was a biotech stock with what seemed like a fairly strong headline. It went from about $5 up to $18 pre-market. I didn't take any pre-market trades on it because that move was really early. And then by the time the bell was ringing, it was already fading back down below the volume weighted average price. I took dip trades on it. I had a total of 3 trades with 1 winner and 2 losers. And it wasn't a great way to start the day. I actually started going down almost $1,000 before on my second trade on the stock, I got myself back to green. I am green on it, but it was a little bit of a tricky start. And then my second trade of the day was on DGLY, which is neither energy or a biotech, nor a biotech, but is a maker of those body cameras that police officers wear. So anyways, they had news about a subscription service, but they also had news of a secondary offering. I was skeptical on it initially, and my first trade was for the break of $4, which was a winner. I then got back in and lost about 500. So again, back to red on the day. 3 trades in, I was like, all right, I've got 1 winner, I've got 2 bigger losers, and I'm not feeling this. I had 2 winners and 2 losers. So, but I was red on the day. I wasn't making a lot of progress. And I thought to myself, you know what? If the market is going to be choppy today, then maybe it's a good idea for me just to pull over and say, I'm going to just step out. I'm not going to trade. And so what I was thinking is, all right, well, I like that idea, but let's see if I can just try to get green. That way, even if I'm up only $500 or $1,000, at least it maintains my green streak. And the next stock that I traded was a stock that was halting going up, and I bought it on resumption, made about $1,300 on that. So just like that, I was green. And then just as soon as that happened, another stock halted going up, and that was an energy stock. I bought that coming out of the halt and made almost $7,000 on it. And just like that, I went from a day that was a maybe break-even day to a really solid green day. Then DGLY came back up, and I had some more trades on that, and then there was another energy stock, and we'll break it all down during the recap, but all of a sudden it went from the first 5 minutes of the day being like, I don't know, I don't feel dialed in, to up $7,000, and then up 12,000, and then up 15. So it puts me up right now $125,000 on the month of June. It's June 8th. We still have about 20 trading days left in the month. We have the rest of this week, all of next week, all of the week after, and then we have the first 2 days of the following week. So we've got sort of a nice, just because of the way, some months, if the first day of the month is on a Sunday, but this month started on a Monday, so we have a nice full stretch of trading days. And I don't think we have any market holidays this month. I'll have to double check, but I don't think we do. So, I'm making good progress, but like I've said many times, just because you're on a hot streak, don't set your expectation that now you have to average that amount of money every day for the rest of the year. Oh, just because I made $100,000 this month, does that mean I'm going to make $1.2 million over the year? Highly unlikely. You'll have the best month of the year, and then you'll have your worst month. And your worst month of the year, even for a successful trader, could be break even or even red. And then at the end of the year, what's your average? So my average has been about $36,000 a month. So I'm way above the average right now. I do expect it's going to come back down at some point, but until it does, I'm just, it's one of those things. It kind of defies logic how strong the market is. Like, it's crazy, and it's a major disconnect from what's, I think, really happening in the world and in society. But if the market is strong, I don't want to fight that. I'm going to ride that momentum and try to capitalize on it. So it's, that's where sometimes you can get in your head and start saying, oh man, this doesn't make sense. We're due for a big crash. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. And my view on it is you keep doing your thing until the market, for a technical reason, tells you to slow down. So that's it for me. Hope this video didn't have too much wind noise in it. It's a little windy out here, but looks like it's gonna be another nice day in the Berkshires. It was a beautiful weekend. And, life is good here. So I'll see you guys back in the chat room first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be live streaming around 9:15. Please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you check out our summer school program over at warriortrading.com. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap, go over the trades from this morning. Finishing the morning here up $14,980.76, with the majority of profit on SNDE, which is an energy stock, FTSI, which is also energy, DGLY, Digital Ally, making body cameras that police officers wear. And then a few other stocks that popped up on the scanners. The leading gapper this morning was ENOB, and I actually only made about $298 on it. It was really, really weak, which is kind of disappointing. And actually, I was a little concerned that, Friday was an okay day, but it wasn't great. And this morning, as I was looking at ENOB at the top of our gap scanner here, initially I was like, wow, this looks really good. But my concerns with it were, number one, the price was too high. That was the main concern. My concern was that the price was too high. By the time the bell was ringing, though, it was stair-stepping down below the VWAP. So you can see it was below this orange dotted line. And I just felt that it was not going in the right direction. And out of the gates, my first trade on it, I actually lost about $1,000. I got in first with 1,000 shares on this little dip at 12.88. I then added at 13, and it popped up to 13. The high was 13.43, and I was holding my full 3,000 share position, looking for that red to green move. I was trying to buy the dip to anticipate that breakout and that squeeze higher. What ended up happening on ENOB was that I didn't take my profit, and then it flushed down to right around 12.50, and I stopped out about a 30-cent loss on 3,000 shares. It's $1,000. So first trade right out of the gates, I went in the red. And I said to myself, okay, obviously I'm red here, but I'm not down $5,000. I'm not at my max loss by any means. I still have a chance here of getting out of this hole. ENOB sells off more. It actually flushes down to the low here of, this was 11.06. It looked like it was about to halt. And then it bounced off the low and popped back up. And I got in right off the low. It popped back up, and I took my profit coming out, and that put me up about $500 on the stock. So that was nice. I went from red to green. I then took one more trade on ENOB, which I lost on, and that ended up being the end of the day. I don't remember where it was, but in any case, as you can see right here, it just keeps going lower and lower and lower. So this is really disappointing in a lot of ways that our leading gapper is failing so dramatically. It's just not holding up. So that sometimes can be indicative that this is not going to be a very good day. When the leading gapper is really strong, usually I get excited. I'm like, all right, this is great. Leading gapper strong, hot momentum. Leading gapper fails, I get a little conservative. So ENOB was the first trade right out of the gates. And the first trade was a red one. Second one was a green one. And so after those first two trades, I was up marginally. And then I took my first trade on DGLY, which you can see I'm up 3,300 on. My first trade on DGLY, I bought for the break of $4, which was right here as it was curling up. I got in for the break of 4. It hit a high of 406, and I sold with profit. I then added back as it bounced right here off of 4 for the break over 415, and I stopped out right here. So after that trade, I checked my P&L. I was like, I hide it while I'm trading, but then I take a look. I was like, okay, where am I at? So I saw that I was down $450 or so on DGLY, which meant I was down, or I was, it was right around $60 on the day. Maybe it was red or green. I actually don't remember now. But I was basically back to break even. And, I obviously have had a nice hot streak here. I want to maintain it. So I started to get into a thought process where I was like, all right, you know what? If I can just get green, maybe then I'm just going to stop trading because it feels like we're not seeing the momentum that I was looking for. So the next trade was on ADIL. ADIL was halted on a circuit breaker right out of the open. It opened, it squeezed up, it got halted going up. And there was news out at 9:31. So it halted right here at $2.10 and it resumed way up here at a high of 262. I did a 1 minute opening range breakout long at 262. Stop was the low of this candle. So I was in this right here at right around 62. Stop was 42, 20 cent stop. And then I was adding as it squeezed up, added at 75, 85. It squeezed up to a high 316. I took all my profit in the 290s and 304, 305 area. So with that, with smaller size, because the volume was light, I made $1,300. And there I was like, okay, nice. Okay, so now I'm up $1,000 on the day, or 1,200 or whatever it was. So I was like, all right, you're moving in the right direction. Good, good, good. So now finally I got a little bit of a cushion on the day. I then, let's see, then we had SNDE. SNDE was also halted. And after that halt resumption on ADIL, on SNDE, I was like, all right, I'm going to be bullish on this coming out of the halt. This was halted at 466 right here. So where was it? Wait, I'm trying to remember where this was halted. No, maybe it was 566. Yeah, it was halted at 566 right here. I tried to take a trade on it, and I filled at 529, 126 shares. So I sold those for like $15 of profit. And then coming out of the halt right here, same thing. It dips down for a second. I added at 566. And on this one, I added 6,000 shares. It pops up to 580, 590. I added. It pops over 6. And just like that, boom, almost a $4,000 winner on 8,000 shares. So really nice trade on that. It then flushes down, bounce off the VWAP, and I'm long here. It comes from all the way down here, all the way back up to the high of 24. And so that was a second really nice trade right after the first one. So with that, I was up now over 6,000 on the day, 7,000 on the day, feeling like, okay, now we're seeing a little momentum. MXC and SNDE is an energy stock. MXC is an energy stock. I took a trade on this, but it was only a small trade. You can see here, what is this, $370 or whatever. So that one didn't hold up very well. But meanwhile, CHK was going crazy. This red to green move on CHK, it went from 36 all the way up to $47 a share. I actually took a couple trades on it, but ended up losing $250. My first trade on CHK was right down here long at 42. Sold as it came back up here to 43, 44 for about $500 of profit with small size. I then got back in right down here. Right down here I got back in. It popped up here and then dropped back down, and I stopped out for a $500 loss or $700 loss. So it wasn't the easiest one to trade. And if I look at CHK right now, just look at the spreads on it. That's over $1 a share spread. So it's not easy to trade when you've got huge spreads like that. That's $1.60 in the spread. But I tried to do a couple trades on it. Had some profit, gave it back. But the fact that this was so strong, I think, is what was creating some momentum. We had some other energy stocks that were going up. Energy as a whole sector has been moving up today. So that gave us that really nice trade on SNDE. FTSI was on our gap scanner this morning, right down here. And this is also an energy stock. They do, hydraulic fracturing services in North America. So I actually bought this for the break over 15 right here and then added into 16. And it did this breakout from 15 all the way up to a high of 18, 63. I added at 1788 and then it flushed down and I stopped out and took a loss on that add. So it was a little tough because, again, lighter volume, smaller share size initially, but it did make a nice move and it got halted. So another energy stock. A couple other energy stocks that did pop up. GBR, I didn't end up trading that one. I'm trying to think of the others, but in any case, I found my way to some profit today, starting red and finishing green. I saw a couple other you guys who posted in the room who started the day, either red or kind of a little choppy, but ended up having some nice profit on some of these others. And DGLY was the last one I traded. Actually bought this for the break over the pre-market high of 415 here, as it did this micro pullback, and then adding at 450, which was actually the pre-market high. This was the previous high, and then the pre-market high. And on that one made $3,300. So the market is hot. Today was not as easy to start, but sometimes that's the case. And one of the things I said this morning was that, if it's a little slow to start, I'm going to be cautious, but as soon as we see some momentum, I'm going to step up to the plate. And that is what I did today. And that was definitely the right move. So, continuing this hot streak, my trader view stats, I actually didn't import Friday's trades just yet, but I know how much I made. So I'll just type this in here. We were doing our May month in review yesterday. So anyone that missed that, that's on YouTube. So this is the month of June. We'll go from June 1st. Come on. There we go, June 1st. Okay. So $104,000 of profit, and that was before Friday. So on Friday, I made about $4,000. And I'll just go grab these trades now. Let's just log in here. So you got to log in your Lightspeed account. You can go to, let's see, what is it? Import trades. So I was having the same problem with Lightspeed the other day. Okay, there we go. I'm in. All right, so you go to daily P&L. It gives you the instructions here. Session expired. Why is it doing that? Man, Lightspeed has been kind of weird. Let's see. Switch to that account. So I've got my margin account and my retirement account both linked together, but yeah, Lightspeed's been weird. Anyways, so that's fine. I'll do it later. But finished Friday up $4,000. So that was a nice day, but a smaller green day relatively to the crazy momentum we've been seeing. And I wanted to be really, cognizant of the fact that if my green days start getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, inevitably I'm going to have a red day. That's what I often see. So today I was like, be very careful. I actually had a dream that I lost $4,000 on my first trade today. And so when I sat down, I was like, seriously, don't let that be a prophecy. Let's go slow. And so I ended up starting a little slow, got a first loss, made it right back. Never went down more than $1,000 on the day, but I did go red before I got green. So I was at $109,000 as of Friday, so now I'll be at $125,000 today, which makes this the second best month of my career. And of course, what's awesome is that we still have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 trading days left in the month. So my daily average, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in. Let's see, it's 125 divided by 6. So let's see what that is. 125 divided by 6, average of $20,000 per day. Friday and today were below the average. Maybe still have to be a little cautious. Today, although we did have some nice moves on DGLY, as you can see here, and on SNDE, we haven't seen a whole lot of staying power. These are kind of popping up quickly and then pulling back down. So I want to be a little cautious. This is another energy stock popping up there. AEY, is this also energy? I'm not sure. Some of them are obvious just by the name and others aren't. But I want to try to capitalize on the momentum in the energy market, but I am done for today. I'm going to shut it down. Warrior Pro students, we're going to jump into the Warrior Pro classroom and continue our summer school. Those who are not already part of the summer school, you're welcome to join us, and you can catch up on the classes from last week, most of which are now uploaded and available for streaming. So I will switch here. I'm going to open the Warrior Pro room, and I'm going to log in there, and we're going to start class in about 10 minutes. All right, you guys, good job for everyone that walked away green. Those that walked away on the red side, go back and look at what you did wrong, where you could have made some changes, and tomorrow's a new day. All right, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. And that right there was an entire video with no ads. I don't monetize my YouTube channel with video ads, which means you guys get to enjoy the content. But do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and let YouTube know that this channel is the channel to watch if you want to learn about day trading.